Hello YouTubers, this is IMAX Nation 1980 here, and this video should have come out weeks ago. Originally, I was going to film a haul video just a few days or a week after Christmas, and if I got anything else afterwards, I would have filmed a second part, and it just never happened. I do not know why, so I figured tonight's the perfect night. I'll just show everything I got in the last couple of weeks and what I got on Christmas. So let's get started. Here we have Mel Brooks' classic, Blazing Saddles. And this is an older Blu-ray release. I think this Blu-ray came out in 2006. And I only paid like $4 for this. It's a very good deal. Great deal for a classic film. Let's have a look at the disc artwork there. Damn eco case. Yep, nice artwork there. You know me, I love artwork on the disc. Alright, and here we have Hugo, a Martin Scorsese film, which was up for Best Picture of 2011. And I almost saw this in theaters, but unfortunately, I don't know, something got in the way and I ended up not seeing it. So, this was kind of a blind buy. I got this on Christmas Day, or like a blind present. And I have not seen this film yet, and I plan on watching it very soon. And if you've seen it, tell me if you think it's any good or not. I think I'll really like it. It's supposed to be like a love letter to cinema in general, and yeah, I'd probably really like this. And I heard that the 3D was spectacular, but on the Blu-ray, well, I heard the Blu-ray doesn't really capture how good the 3D was in the theaters. And since this is a Paramount release, the discs are, well, boring. Boring and plain. Yep. Boring and plain. It's a nice set, though, and I like the fact that Paramount doesn't put 3D in such big letters on the cover. It's just limited 3D edition. It's not like big 3D on the cover. It's like, gives the artwork, it just makes the artwork all, like, better. And here we have The Muppets. Now, this was a very fun film, and this I saw in theaters. And I enjoyed it very much. This is the Waka Waka value pack, so it comes with, of course, the usual big Disney set. It comes with the usual contents for a big Disney set, you know, the Blu-ray, the DVD, the digital copy. It also comes with the soundtrack. You have to redeem the code in order to get the soundtrack, and that expires soon. You also don't have to be a huge Muppets fan to enjoy this. It's a very fun film. The sequel is coming out March 21st, 2014, so very much looking forward to that. You got the disc art here, and you got the plain, boring DVD. And under the DVD is the digital copy. You know, Disney's been doing this thing with stacked discs lately. They're doing it with the 2 movie packs. They did it with the 3D pack for the Avengers. I mean, really. And of course, great slipcover. Next up, we got Seth MacFarlane's feature film debut, Ted, and I enjoy this movie very much. Of course, it's not for everyone. If you're into these kinds of comedies, you will love Ted. And I will admit, I like Family Guy. I know that's like heresy in a way, but I enjoy Family Guy. Even a good number of the post-cancellation episodes I enjoy, although I will say they are nowhere as good as a lot of them are nowhere as good as the first 3 seasons. But anyways, if you like Family Guy, you will very much enjoy Ted. It's Seth MacFarlane Unleashed. And this is, of course, it's unrated. Typical of a comedy film when it comes to Blu-ray and DVD. Slipcover has some pretty funny stuff on here. It's kind of similar to the Dark Knight slipcover where there was stuff on there, but it wasn't on the actual case. So yeah, I enjoyed this movie very much. A lot of the jokes were hilarious. And if you're into that kind of thing, I think you'll really like this. Check it out sometime. Okay, next up we have The Amazing Spider-Man. This is a reboot of the Spider-Man film franchise, and this film was directed by Mark Webb, who directed The 500 Days of Summer. And this was a pretty good reboot. I mean, there were a few problems, and of course a lot of similarities with the first film and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, but on the whole, I like the tone they went for. I like the action sequences. I think Andrew Garfield and the cast did a fine job. And I am definitely looking forward to the sequel, which is coming out May 2nd, 2014. This is the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook edition. It's a very nice package, and alright, and here we have the disc artwork. Like all Sony releases, there's artwork on every disc. We got the DVD, we got the DVD here with Kurt Connors, and we got the Blu-ray 3D with Spider-Man himself. And Peter Parker for the regular Blu-ray cover, and Gwen Stacy for the Blu-ray bonus features. So this is a great set. And again, very much looking forward to the sequel. What did you think of this film? If you haven't seen it yet, I recommend it. Okay, next up we got ParaNorman. This film was made by Laika, the people who made Coraline, and this was a fantastic film. It's one of my favorite films of last year, and my second favorite animated film of the year. You can probably guess what the first one is. And this is the 3D edition, of course, with a nice lenticular slipcover. And if you haven't seen this yet, I definitely recommend it. It is a fantastic film. And I'll be happy if it takes home the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. That or Wreck-It Ralph. Personally, I'm rooting a little more for Ralph, but I'll be happy if this wins as well. And we got the Blu-ray 3D there, and the regular Blu-ray is on the same disc. And we got the DVD. Sorry. Kind of weird there. So that's definitely worth checking out. I really loved it. Last but not least is a blind buy. Tim Burton's Frankenweenie. And I've heard a lot of great things about this film, and I'm definitely excited to check it out when I get the chance to. This is a weird release though, because Disney 3D Blu-rays usually come with slipcovers that have moving images, lenticular. This one doesn't, and there's no mention of 3D on the bottom corner of the cover, like most Disney 3D Blu-rays. But still, it's a nice slipcover. And, yeah, they do the whole stacked discs thing with this release as well. I put the regular Blu-ray on top, and you got the boring DVD. No artwork on these discs, except the 3D version. How about that? Since I haven't seen Frankenweenie yet, I can't really recommend it, but I hear it's really good. So, definitely excited about checking it out. Alright, now moving on to games. Of course, they're all PS3. We got Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. Now, I had asked for Sonic Generations, but got this instead. And I ended up buying Sonic Generations myself, but this is still nice to have because it has the original Sonic Genesis games and a ton of other Sega Genesis classics. And you can tell this is an older PS3 release because of the artwork here on the side. It has the old PlayStation 3 logo. And, yeah, disc art. And here we have Mortal Kombat, also known as Mortal Kombat 9 or Mortal Kombat 2011, whatever you'd like to call it. This is the complete edition. It comes with some additional characters such as Freddy Krueger and Kratos from God of War. And if I'm not pronouncing that right, just please tell me. Anyways, I've been playing this. I started playing this the day I got it, and I'm impressed so far. It's kind of like a reimagining of what happened in the first 3 Mortal Kombat games, which I'm a big fan of. And I don't think it's a great game, but I'm enjoying it so far. I like the new gameplay style. I mean, it's very much like the old one, but they added some new things such as I think it's called the X-ray move, where when you hit your opponent, It shows their insides, you know, in typical Mortal Kombat fashion. And of course, it's over the top and bloody, just what I like from Mortal Kombat. And of course, it has a nice roster of characters. And this game came out almost 2 years ago, so yeah, I'm a bit late to the party. And the disc art with the classic Mortal Kombat Dragon logo. So yeah, it's worth owning. Here we have Sonic Generations. Now, I haven't played this yet, but it has a level from Sonic Adventure, a game I played religiously growing up, Speed Highway, and they reimagined it, along with Emerald Coast and other classic Sonic levels, so I'm definitely looking forward to playing this. And if you've played it, tell me if you've enjoyed it. And I'll show you the disc art. There's the disc art there. Here we have Gran Turismo 5 XL Edition. So there's more cars in this version than the original release. And I've played some of this already, and it's a lot of fun. Very good, crisp graphics, and a great assortment of cars, typical of Gran Turismo. I was a huge fan of the first one when I was young, and never played the second one for some reason. But when I got a PS2, I got Gran Turismo 3 and Gran Turismo 4 and enjoyed the hell out of them. So, yeah, Gran Turismo 5. Definitely worth playing if you're into racing games. And that's the disc art there. And finally, the Jak Daxter Collection in HD. They remastered the original trilogy, and the games look great today, even though they were made from 2001 to 2004. I still think they look very good today. And I was a big fan of this series during the PS2 era. My favorite one of the three is the third one. I know a lot of people like Jak 2, but personally, I love the third one. I think the third one... What I like about the first one is a pretty good platformer on its own. The second one's a lot darker. I like the storyline in that one. But I think the third one does a great job at tying the dark, side of Jak 2 along with the different modes of gameplay they introduced in Jak 2, and also giving it an adventurous feel. And it was a little closer to the first game as well. Well, that's what I think. I like the mix of styles. I like the variety. That's why I like 3 the best. Jak 2 at times, I love the game, don't get me wrong, and it has great gameplay, but I think some of the missions were a bit on the frustrating side. I don't know, maybe it's because I suck, but I don't know, I thought some of the missions in Jak 2 were a little on the frustrating side. But I still admire Jak 2 very much. I like all the new things they introduced that weren't in the first one, but the third one is my favorite. Which game in the series is your favorite? Alright, and some other tech here. I got these really nice headphones there from Skullcandy, as you can see there. And they're very comfortable, very loud, and, for the kind of music I listen to, these headphones are perfect. And of course, the cord goes into this little hole here. These are great headphones. I'm glad they're comfortable too. Especially they have a lot of space here. So yeah, these are great headphones. And finally, Christmas Day, my dad got me an iPad mini. This is the case I got for it. It's a Targus case. Nothing crazy, but I think it's good for what it is. And I love this thing so far. The size, it's perfect for me. Not too big. And I'll show you the screen here. Of course, being a big Disney nut, I had to have Pixar's WALL-E on here. Or something Disney or Pixar related. Unfortunately, there's still some air bubbles there. This wasn't really a good screen protector I bought for it. Even though it came with a little thing to get rid of the air bubbles, it still didn't really work wonders. But this is an okay case. At least it does this like your typical iPad case. There's no wheel to turn it upright, but I don't really care. I'm happy with it. So yeah, it's the iPad mini. And that was my entire update. And whenever the next update will come, I have a feeling it's going to show up in March, because quite a few releases are coming out between now and the first day of April. So you'll probably see a Blu-ray update maybe late March, early April. I don't know. But thanks for watching the update. I'm sorry it took so long. This is Max Nation 1980, signing off.